This episode of the Tbone Worldwide show has been brought to you by the Bridges Livestock in association with B&R Poultry Construction. Live from the Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, Florida, it is the Tbone Worldwide show with your host, Mr. Tucker Sygrist. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It is the Tbone Worldwide show, folks. It is not a rumor. It is not a ghost anymore. It is a real thing, and we're here in the beautiful Kissimmee, Florida, with the one, the only pickup man extraordinaire, Mr. Jacob Anuez.
What's up, Tbone?
All right, you're already failing. You're going to have to put that thing to your mouth, dog. Anyway, Jake's here, and we are in Kissimmee this weekend. We were in the beautiful Wauchula last night for the Hardy County Bull Bash, but Jake, you stayed here to pick up the pro rodeo. How do you feel like Kissimmee's going so far this year?
Oh, pretty good. We've had some good rides. We had a 90-point bull ride.
Yeah.
It's been good. Seen some good horses. A lot of good guys here. My horses feel good. We just got done with night 3. It's really late. We're in the horse barn.
We are, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, in the horse barn. Like, we're sitting here looking at all the pickup horses. Somehow or another, there's not a generator in the background.
I kind of feel like.
But I think there is, but I don't know if they can hear it. I mean, I can't hear it in my headphones, so I think we'll be okay.
I think if we had video and not just audio,
I think this would be. Hold on,
pretty funny.
We're gonna have to actually get a Snapchat of this at some point. But anyway, yeah, Kissimmee looks really good this year. The horses are bucking. I tell you what, though, the first day that we were here, I was pretty concerned about the calf roping situation.
Yeah, so walking fresh calves. They tied them Wednesday night from the post. And, yeah, I was kind of curious how the pen was going to go. Some of the cattle, some of them got a little soft, which is expected, but there's some Brammer types that they're kind of getting stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Cole Clemens put one together last night. He was 8-4. Calf come out, kind of turned right. He did the same thing tonight, actually. They missed him. But, man, he really used what he had.
Well, that's good to see. So how long have you picked up here at Silver Spurs?
I've been picking up here for 5 years. It's kind of a freak deal. We were sitting at the house hanging out one night, and some of the Kempford boys were over, and we were talking rodeo, and this deal was coming up. We were about 3 weeks out, and I was like, man, I'd love to pick that up one day. I've entered it on the team roping and stuff, and Hyatt Kempfer looks at me and goes, man, would you? And I said, yeah. And the next morning I got a phone call from George Kempfer, and he says, hey, would you be interested? And I said, sure. He said, call and get your stuff. And, oh, man, it was a train wreck, but we got it done. Yeah. So it's been pretty cool. They've been good to me. Grew up around here, though. So, I mean, I kind of know everybody already. But, no, it's been really cool.
Well, that is cool. Like you said, you've entered it in the team roping, and you've competed, went to college competing, and things like that. What made you say, I'm going to maybe take a back seat to competing, and I'm going to try this picking up?
So I went to college. I roped calves and team roped, and I was a really good student. But
I can tell. Hold on. This is how I know we're really good students.
But, yeah, no, I came home a little early. And,
no, not you, Jake. Not you at all.
Started day working, and, I don't know, man. Keith Lewis always had some bucking horses from his Uncle Alan down here. And
oh, yeah.
We were hauling him some ranch rodeos, and some other guys was picking up, and Keith really pushed for me to flank them. And I started doing that. I don't think I was ever real good at it, but I tried my best, I guess. But one night we were short a man, and he says, hey, you want to step on a horse? And I did a little bit in college. Me and my buddy Chase went to some high school rodeos and did a few little odd end things around Texas right there. And I said, yeah, I'd like to. Boy, I didn't realize how green I was. I thought I was better. I sucked. But but
well, the best part about sucking is there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah. So no, I got some. I started going to some ranch rodeos, and then I started going to some like little, backyard deals and stuff. And I mean, they were good productions, and kind of getting my feet wet, and then I just gradually worked up, and like I said, this kind of fell in my lap, and then the Lord's blessed me, man. It's been pretty cool.
That's cool. That's very cool. The Lord has blessed us in many ways, especially like talking about ranch rodeos. We actually met at a ranch rodeo, the one and only Jakin, Georgia, 2-year extravaganza.
Yeah, Jakin. So I have
my head hurts. My head hurts.
I have an alias name. Is that how you say it?
Alias.
Alias.
Yeah, alias.
I have a name in Jakin. My name is Justin. Tbone and I met. And,
hold on, let's set the scene right here for you folks that don't know. So, like he said, Robert Faulkner, we called him looking for some bucket horses, and he got together the horses, and he said, hey, I got a guy that's going to come with the horses to pick up. And we were like, all right, that'll be fine, whatever. And Curry Forrester, the Curdog, the one and only. Curdog, he tasked Bone with the privilege of staying up all night waiting on Robert and Jake because they were supposed to be there at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that.
Well, I've never been early anyways.
Yeah, well, we know that. I ain't never seen you be early. But I get a phone call. Robert's broke down on the side of the road. Jake's getting to him. I didn't even know Jake at this time. And so anyway, long story short, on them getting there, I think, what was it, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, we blew some tires right there in Gainesville, headed north on 75, and Austin Sellers come to us and brought us some tires, and we got back on the road, and yeah, we rolled in at like, was it 2 or was it 5 in the morning?
It was like 5
in the morning.
All I know is I had to go to work the next day. I get there, and somehow or another we just hit it off, and we started talking. Robert, he lays down in the car or truck, and me and you just sat there and talked and watched the sunrise.
Yeah, no, I needed beer. So I popped one, and one turned to like 8.
Yeah,
and it was
wild.
No, that was a good time, and then he went to work and came back, and we
well, then
you met us at the sale barn there in Donaldsonville, and later you're like, man, can I ride with you? And I said, sure. And we were headed down the road, and T-Bone was pretty stoked, and he was on the phone with somebody. And what'd you say? He said, this guy's going to be picking up at the NFR one day. His name's Justin Anuez.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody nails my last name, but this guy nails it, misses my first name by a mile. He got the J right. The rest of it was just horrible.
Oh, I'm so glad you don't hold that against me. But yeah, Justin Anuez. I tell you what, when I call you in my phone and I like just tell Siri to do it, it says Jake Anuez. Like that's how it says it. The
Weston Williams says that all the time. Anuez.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to Jake and we talk about there's a bunch of cool parts about that weekend, but the two coolest parts
was the barrel race with the daggum hay bales. I mean, who runs barrels like that? That was cool. And then one lady hit one. I don't know how her leg's still attached. I got the video if anybody ever wants to see it.
I was talking about the pickup man falling off his horse and then somehow still another catching the flank on the fence.
Yeah.
I mean, old Justin Anuez,
I was trying to dodge that. Yeah, no. Listen, we bucked horses late. Okay? Let's just be realistic.
We drank beer late, too.
I didn't realize these guys like to hang out. So I started going to my truck, and them turnarounds started happening faster. And we bucked horses at like midnight. And I reached out for rain. and really stepped out my left stirrup and really did not get the rain. And I really spilled out.
Mobe left you. He said bye-bye.
Yeah, no, so I went over, caught up on the fence, and them guys brought them horses around. The funny thing is my horse stayed hooked up with the bronc. So the bronc comes to me, and I reached over and popped the flank when he run by on the fence, and I handed it to a lady on the back side of the fence, and she thought I was nuts.
Only you do some things like that. Only you.
No, Tbone got this. So
Hold on.
Man,
hold on. This story gets better. So this place that we were at is not 20 miles from where I live at. Like, really and truly from my mom's where I was living at the time. Not 20 miles. So you would think that in all fairness that I could be able to make it back home, but it just didn't happen like that. Sometimes stuff gets to tasting like water and it's not water, and then you get in a bind. And I was in quite a bind right there. So then I think, I don't remember very much. It's kind of spotty. I don't know.
You're at a Western store 20 miles from anything.
Hey,
there's a Dollar General and a gas station.
Yeah, but I think that's the only time somebody can say, and you did it. You were the one that did it. Walked into the Western store and bought something at 2 in the morning. How many times in your life can you say you bought something in a Western store at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I think I bought some hay.
You did.
They were still open. Who's open at 2 in the morning?
Yeah, exactly. Who's open at 2 in the morning besides the Jakin Ranch Rodeo freaking Western store?
I think the Rows I'm riding or wearing on my spurs, I think they came from that place. They're Cloverleaf. But anyway.
Yeah. But, I mean, you just had to be there. We had a band on Saturday night that quit at 9, and they started at 8:59. But they said they had to go to church the next day. So, I mean, we kind of let them slide.
Yeah, but I pulled the speaker out.
Yeah, you did pull the speaker out. We did. We did have a better. And then, but anyway, back to the other thing. So, I don't think Robert and Jake wanted to. Y'all wasn't going to stay Saturday night.
We wasn't going to stay. Robert was pretty bent on heading home. And, man, I was having a good time. I ain't going to lie. I was having a good time. I didn't want to leave.
So I proceeded to afterwards convince them to stay because I needed one of them to drive me back to the hotel. And I proceeded to, I guess I told the lady, like, look.
Well, we were roomless at that.
Yeah, you were roomless. And I just told them, I was like, look, give me a room. And I think you and Robert had said, look, we'll kind of bunk up, take a nap, whatever. Yeah. And so it's probably about 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning. And I just told her, give me a room. And she says, the only room we have has 3 beds. And I could have swore that I heard her wrong. Like, it was just literally like one of them. Yeah, it was like one of them things that you think that you heard that, but I don't think you heard that. You know what I mean? Like, especially after, we'll just say waters, how many waters we had after that day. And so, yeah, and quite literally opened the door. And it was as big as the rodeo arena, and that ain't no exaggeration. I think Jake can attest to that. It was absolutely massive, and it did have 3 beds. I mean, it did have 3 beds.
Yeah. No. I guess Tbone said we could have probably bucked them horses in there if we wanted to.
Yeah, and then I tried to get that room the next year, and they didn't even freaking let me have it. That was bull crap. That was bull crap. That's why we ain't even having it no more. It's because we can't get the room with the 3 beds in it. Swear.
I don't know. That ride Sunday was pretty brutal. It's not fun.
I got to make that ride tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. I know it ain't. It doesn't get bad to me until you get kind of stretched out between Tallahassee and 75. Right there, it just seems like it takes forever to get from Tallahassee to 75. Yeah. Once I get to 75, I mean, it's like you know what I mean? There's exits everywhere. There's something that says something. I mean, you're always knowing kind of where you're at, and you're always kind of, it's almost like, hey, I've done got it whooped now.
Yeah, driving down here in the hole.
Yeah, driving down there in the hole. I like coming down in the hole. Old Hole's been pretty good to me. So. Oh, but no, that the Jakin started it all, and then I come down for the Sherm. We went to the
I picked up. Was the high school finals that weekend?
No,
Yeah.
it was the high school finals and the Sherm.
And then we did the Casey Sherman benefit.
Yeah. Then we went to Davie and we went to West Palm with Matt. Later,
Oreos.
the Oreos.
Yeah, the Oreo cows.
Dude, that's still to me. People don't or I guess nobody understands about like that was kind of fun right there. Like them dogs didn't know what to think when they seen them little old bitty cattle.
Didn't know what to think either.
That was the weirdest thing. That was the weirdest day working adventure I think you could probably ever go on.
We were down in West Palm Beach, and it's real horsey down there and real uppity, and we were working for like the people that own Campbell's Soup, and everybody in their little horse lots has like 7 belted Galloway Oreo cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we made a couple days of it. That was fun.
That was fun. And went to Davie to the pro rodeo. I got so hungry that I hitchhiked in Davie.
Yeah.
And went and got something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get an Uber. They didn't have Uber in Davie at the time, so just had to hitchhike. Luckily, shout out to that lady. I can't remember her name, but if you're listening, shout out to you for picking me up, taking me to the Mickey D's. Yeah, that was a fun trip too. Then the best part about it to me still is when we got on 95. Remember? That was the day that the president almost got shot on the golf course, and we got stuck on 95.
Trump,
yes, and the guy almost they shot up his car. Remember?
He was a half a mile ahead of us.
Yeah, and Bobby was gonna ride up there and be like, "Hey, y'all want to borrow my rope and my horse?"
Yeah,
yeah. Bobby was ready to go up there and see what was going on, and the FBI then like swarmed past us. That was wild. We were on 95 and. This is the first time I've ever experienced a South Florida traffic jam because I'll tell you what we did do. We got out of the vehicle and was walking around. I've never seen a traffic jam where you get out of the vehicle and walk around.
I feel like, to my other Floridians, it's kind of the norm. You get there about 10, 15 minutes in, people just start walking around. You got to get out.
Stretch your legs.
I'm not real sure. I thought everybody else did that, but I guess we're just used to it. I don't know. Yeah, we just get out and start hanging out. We actually were slipping some beer. Probably shouldn't tell people that. That probably shouldn't be. Yeah, we
was drinking.
T-Bone's not the best at hiding stuff, though. He's kind of horrible at it, to be honest with you. Like, it's pretty obvious. But, yeah.
Stop it. I told you, this thing is live. I told him, I said, dog, this thing is live. We've been I wanted to get you on here last year when I was here at Kissimmee and then went to LaBelle and had the big run at Swamp Cabbage, but it just didn't work out. But I told you a minute ago, I said, dude, there is little to no editing on this video or on this podcast because I don't know how to edit anything. So it's just kind of, we do it live.
Nah, man, roll with it.
Exactly, just roll with it. But no, we've been on a few adventures together.
Yeah, no. So I went to Jakin the one time. Then we went back.
Yeah, the second
Ralphie.
time. Yeah, we took Ralphie.
Yeah,
the Ralphie.
Yeah. We got some boys that come from down here too.
Yeah,
Few and
Calvert.
DJ had some guys come. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, the second time was fun. I thought it wasn't nearly as fun as the first, but it was still fun. But Kayla was pregnant, so you had to get on back to the house.
I had to work cows the next morning.
Did you?
Yeah, me and Ralphie rolled in at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and lady right there down the road from the house was going to get rid of some stuff, and
too good a deal.
We resaddled the horses when we got to the house.
Yeah.
We would scoop feed and put saddles back on them.
Yeah, that was pretty good right there. But we had fun anyway. Me and Ralphie was in the double mugging. We almost won the damn double mugging.
Yep.
Yeah. I just told him if he'd wrote. I told you the same thing. Me and you was entered in a double mugging, and we both missed. But I just wanted to mug something. I just wanted to run down the rope and grab something and just put it on the ground.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, if y'all just rope this thing, I'll mug it.
I let Tbone down.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I let you down. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We're hey, my man told me the other day, could be in the works, another deal. So
There?
no, not there. But JP wants to put on. I think I told you a team roping in the pasture and then a cowboy challenge in the pasture, and give away a catch trailer at the end to the top money winner at both of them. Yeah, that might be worth the ride back up that way.
Man, the first year I didn't enter it. We talked about it, and we just said, we just go there and pick up and haul the broncs. But I entered it the second go around.
And to top it all off, the T-Bone's mount, my mount, the announcer horse, Mobe won top horse, and that was the most deserving award there, because when I tell you Jake Anuez stepped a foot in the stirrup and slid his leg over him and didn't get off of him till after the final song was playing, that ain't no lie. You picked up broncs on him and done every event in the Ranch Rodeo. I mean, I know I think you brought 2 horses yourself, and you didn't even get on bicycle.
Yeah, now I hate him. I hate him, but I love him. Yeah. No, Mo's been a good one.
Mobe is a good one. That's the one I always ride. I always get to ride Mobe, and I always feel kind of bad because I know that usually the going norm is you put the brokest horse with the new guy or your buddy. You always put the mammal horse right there.
The babysitter horse.
Yeah, the babysitter horse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The babysitter horse. But it'd be all right. It'd be all right. I'll take Mobe every day of the week, like I said. Mobe's a good one. I wouldn't call him just a sure enough babysitter, because you ask Mobe to go on, he's going on. There ain't no doubt about it. He's going to move on.
Yeah, the Queen's been riding him this weekend. They really like him.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt. And he looks good, too. He's got that cool color, like, what was it? Would it be a Grula? Kind of a...
I call it Grula, but everybody says buckskin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. He's just good. He's just good.
Old Mobe.
Old Mobe. You was right. You was coming hard tonight. That old boy, I guess he lit in on that bronc, and you come around there, and you was coming hard.
Yeah, no, he thought he reached for the rein, but it was tied up in the throat. And so when he reached for it and he didn't feel it, he thought it broke. And so he committed and just cleaned him up. And then he stepped off of him, and when he got away from him, he looked back at his head and seen that rein, and he hi-yawed, and I coop-hi-yawed. I ain't going to leave a man hanging. Let's ride.
Right. Yeah. So, I know you pick up a bunch, and you still get to compete a little bit here and there. Which one do you like more?
I'd rather pick up. It pays everywhere I go. No, I mean, I like entering. I like rodeo runs, though. I like these pro rodeos. I mean, I hadn't really ever got much done other than win a little money here and there, but
Yeah.
I do like a rodeo run, a jackpot. A 4-header, 3-header, 5, I suck. I'll get the first 1 or 2 down, but these rodeos are fun. I mean, you can show up literally during the bulldogging, rip your horse off the trailer, heel one, and leave.
Yeah. Be back at the house ready to catch a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, entering's fun. I mean, that's what you grow up doing, right? You don't grow up picking up, but it's just cool that I grew up roping and stuff, and, you try to – a lot of guys get into it when they're young, and then they just kind of quit because they just don't get nothing done, and I actually had quit.
You think it's that, or do you think it's like – because I know this has got to be – me and you've had the same conversation about it. Do they run out of horsepower?
Yeah, so when I came back from college, or whatever you call that, I'd gotten rid of my horse that I had out there, and it kind of just didn't – it wasn't appealing to me anymore. I kind of enjoyed just cowboying, and so I'd gotten Moby as a long yearling, and we halter broke him. Kayla did. I didn't. I was scared of him. He was acting like he was going to paw me. It's kind of sad to say. Don't nobody. Yeah.
Well, they know now, bud.
Yeah, they know now. But no, I broke him, and I started poking around and started healing some steers on him and made him myself, and that's actually what got me going again. But not having a horse, like you said, it did stop me for a while.
Yeah, because I mean, you just don't take a 3-year-old and say today you're a pickup horse.
No.
It takes miles and miles of going and gathering
Yeah,
the yearlings and roping and doctoring and just doing it all, and then learning that arena is, hey, that's the safe spot. That's the easy work right there. If I get to go over there, and
it just broke.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a broke horse usually makes the nicest one up. I mean, in anything, but.
And it's my favorite saying I've ever heard anybody say. B.J. Carter said it the other day, and I just stuck with me. He said, if you will take these sons of bitches and make them take more steps than they want to take, they'll start getting broke.
Yeah.
He said when he stops making steps that he wants to make and he starts making steps that he's got to make, then you're getting somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I couldn't agree more. Wet saddle pads and just long days. Mobe's seen plenty of them.
Yeah, I guess Mobe's kind of the whole backstory for me. He's kind of been up through the whole. He's the reason I pro rodeoed for a little while. He's the reason I pick up. He was my first pick. Well, I got an old jumper, but yeah, he's kind of been with me for a while. It's gonna be kind of a bad day when he's gone.
Yeah, it'll be a bad day when you have to replace Mobe.
Yeah. Kids ride him.
Yeah, Callan loves him. Kinley loves him.
He's taught 2 of my kids to ride so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
Old Bone gets to announce the rodeo. I tell you what, me and Jake Anuez, I think, is the only people I've ever seen do a horse swap. Let the announcer and the pickup man swap horses. We have done it. You know, old Maul. That's what when he was running Maul up and down the road. I switched to Maul and the Bears and the Saddle Bronc, and you pick up on Mobe, and then we'll switch back to Mobe in the bull riding.
Mm-hmm.
I got Mobe hooked one time. It really wasn't even my fault though. But
Well, you just packed up in the corner and let him get whacked in the belly. I was like, gosh dang, Tbone, just kill him off.
No, I was walking down the fence, and I can't remember who had him dallied, who had the bull dallied, and I thought they had him, and
they didn't.
What?
They didn't.
They didn't.
No.
And then here he come right up the ass, boom, right there, and I was like, what are y'all doing? Dang pickup, man.
That wasn't me, I don't think. It might have been. But it's my horse. It's okay.
Oh. Yeah. So definitely the picking up is a little different from the entering part. You know, you don't get to, like you said, you don't get to show up during the bulldog and heel one or head one and then leave or rope tie your calf and then try to make another one by in the morning. You kind of, you know, hey, instead of we got one to make in the morning, we got a media or we got a sword. Got whatever, because you had to do the media this week here at Kissimmee, didn't you?
Yeah, yesterday I didn't have to do much. I just had to run it to the back pen. So Kissimmee, we got a lot of stock. So they got a big lane that runs out to underneath the big set of oak trees, and I had to run out there and drag a couple bulls up and a couple broncs and kind of drive them around when the news come, and did some videos and stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. I got to do a little media yesterday at Wauchula. It's pretty cool. I always like to get on the radio and talk right there. It kind of makes you feel good when you get to do something like that. I mean, it's something to talk about. It kind of gives you, like, I like to talk about rodeo. There ain't, you know, there's not many folks that I think just want to sit around and talk about it. Like, and me and you, we sit around and talk about it. And I mean, we talk about the Bronx, we talk about the contestants and all of it. And that's one thing I like to do is just sit and just talk about it. And we got the Tbone Worldwide show for that as well. It's another avenue to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, rodeo has been a big part of my life for sure. It's my kids have been raised in it. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of the reason they're social like they are. You kind of cut them out of the truck, and sometimes we don't see them Callan was in Brantford this year. We'd been living in the trailer there for 2 days at the arena.
Yeah.
And during the Perth Saturday night, they made an announcement that there was a lost child, and it was mine at the rodeo that we've been living at.
Hey, that ain't. I mean, I watched him tonight. So at Kissimmee, for the folks that don't know, one end of the arena is where everybody kind of walks in. They got a return alley down one side, but the bleachers kind of come, or the stands kind of come down where you could climb out of the stands into the back pen. So Callan, where your wife and Sean and everybody sits right there beside that, so that way they could see you. You talk to them because they're right there where you change horses at. Callan climbs down, walks through the back pens. I opened the gate for him, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to the hospitality tent. I'll be right back." Walks down the deal through the sea of people, calf ropers. Everybody's walking around with their horses. He just aimlessly just goes down through there, comes back. The lady tries to stop him. And like, "You got a badge, honey? Where's your card?" I just looked at him, and I looked at the lady and said, "Oh, no, he's the rodeo. Don't worry about him." Yeah. And here comes this little kid toting a plate of Italian food. He's going to ease back up there to his seat.
This kid, yeah. Yeah, no, during the media stuff yesterday with the news, our clown here has a, is it Matt Tyler?
It's Matt Tar.
Tar. Super cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
He's got an act with a trampoline.
Oh, yeah. Your mom said she was letting him jump on it during the rodeo last night, or night before last.
Yeah, so during the Fox 35 live feed, there's a bunch of rodeo queens, which Kinley was out there, and bulls in the bucket chutes, horses in the arena, and Callan and another little boy jumping on the trampoline over there in the corner. But yeah, no, it was pretty funny. They were cutting some flips and all kind of stuff.
Yep, just in the back. Just y'all come down here and see the rodeo, and then we got these two deranged youngins just wild over here, just roaming around doing what they want to do. I mean,
I guess somebody got mad. The trampoline was tore down.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they had these trampoline tore down today. It was unjustly. It wasn't supposed to be like that. But it's kind of cool though, because even though we have a bunch of good rodeos here in Florida, you don't really see a lot of the guys that we get to see like this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, Riley Webb was here.
Yeah.
Spencer Wright was here. John Dausch. Gavin Sulu.
Wasey
Shala. Stetson Jorgensen. I mean,
Clayton Bigelow was out last night.
Ernbob was out tonight, but we see him a lot because he gets to come back home, and we see him from time to time. Mason Moody, T. Parker was here. Cullen Teffer, but we see him pretty regularly too. I tell you what, I couldn't be more happy than see Cullen Teffer out and about, like, cause
rode good too.
Yeah, I mean that guy right there, he made that NFR run, and I know he didn't get none rode at the NFR, but I tell you what, I don't care if I made the NFR in the bull riding, I'd hold my head up high if I didn't ride all 10 or not a one, because you know how many people get to go to the NFR every year? 15. That's it. 15 people.
I mean, I'm sure, if you make it, I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of, kind of, you beat yourself up to have the finals, but, man, Cullen's talented. I mean, you're there for a reason.
And you're young. You're just so young.
But, I mean, you're there for a reason. God put you there. I mean, you're there for a reason. And I mean, that's the biggest thing, whether you ride one or not. When you go home, when it's all said and done, even if you don't ride one, I mean, you're supposed to be there. That's why you were there. It wasn't by accident.
Not at all.
So
not at all.
He's got all the talent in the world. He'll be back.
Yeah, no doubt. The only one I didn't see this year was Clayton. I don't think he.
Yeah. So Clayton swapped his schedule up. That's what Austin was telling me, that he was kind of going to enter different this year than he did in the past couple of years. I guess there's a lot of strategy in that.
Well, you
guys
only
enter a
get
certain way.
you only get 80 rodeos to claim for
Right.
your standing. So it fouls. It used to be you didn't have to worry about that. You go to as many as you wanted to. Then you had Donnie Gay flying around in a Cessna plane, going to where everybody else was going to 3 a weekend. Everybody said he was going to 6 because he could make 2 in a day with that Cessna plane, flying in the air. And so it just kind of like they just kind of said, look, this is what we're going to do. We kind of limit everybody to 80. So, and you've got to declare that before the season. And I think I heard Kyle Irwin say it the other day on a podcast, or I heard him say it anyway. I think them steer wrestlers have got it figured out that you've got to make $1,500 at every rodeo. So average.
Yeah.
That's right. I think you said that, or told me about it, or something. Somebody told me about it, and then I looked it up and saw where he had said that, and yeah, they got to average like $1,500 a day, pretty much at them rodeos. So thinking about it, it's not hard to do because you just go do it in 3.3 seconds or 3-4 seconds. But you're going up against the best in the world, and then a prime example of just not only are you going up against the best in the world, you're going against the people that you've never heard of that are just like I call them spoilers. They just run in there and spoil it. And you talk about like right here at Kissimmee right now, Dally Exposito. I can remember 2 years ago when Weston Williams called me to announce the Florida high school finals. That girl in high school, and she's still in high school, but I can remember her freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
When I announced the high school finals, and now look at her right here, spoiling Kissimmee, Florida, being a 2-4.
She's one perf away from winning this deal.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about an 18-year-old youngin'.
Yep.
Winning what is added here? What is it?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
To be honest with you,
I can't remember what's added here. But 18 years old to win Kissimmee, Florida, and spoil it. Like, because the girl who won the aggregate at the breakaway finals in 2020 was here tonight. I seen
Josie Connor was here.
Josie Connor was here. The Crawford girl, not Jackie Crawford, but what's that girl's name? Anyway, she's made the breakaway finals. There's been a handful of girls that have come here that have made the national finals in the breakaway roping, and that's wild. It's not wild, but it's cool to see her spoil it. I like it. I like the mess out of it to see her spoil it. That's what I like about rodeo is you'll mess around there and go to the small rodeo, or not the small rodeo, but you'll go to that rodeo that you go, oh yeah, man, I looked at the draws, man. I think I could, and then there just be some little old youngin' or be somebody that don't get well, not only had a good day, but and me and you talked about it. To run up and down the road, it takes a lot of money, and there's a lot of people in this industry that are just as talented as any of one of those top 15 in the world, but they just don't have the money to go, and they don't have the money to be able to.
Or the drive to do it. Yeah,
or the drive, or whatever. Speaking of like going and doing, so, I mean, what's some goals that you've got for yourself and you're picking up? I mean, what do you want to accomplish in your career before you say, I'm gonna be done.
I mean, obviously the yellow pin's probably the goal, but
always the goal.
I mean, if we could get the circuit finals and keep working some PBRs.
Yeah, you've gotten to work 2 PBRs so far.
Yeah.
The first PBR event they ever had in Florida, right?
Yeah, not the teams.
The teams.
The Sunrise,
it was the teams. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was down at Sunrise. It's a lot of fun. Man, it's pretty cool to be in that pen, and you kind of get the front,
What's the production meeting like? Because I know you got to go to that. And that's
no, actually, I didn't. Those people are so much like us. Like PBR is such a big deal. I mean, they're just like us. They do it every weekend. It's not oh my gosh, we're the PBR. I mean, they're all them guys, man. It's
But they're professional about it, but they've got a
Yeah.
standard set in
Yeah,
their mind
yeah,
that,
I mean,
hey,
it's
we're going to
just-
do it at this level, and we're not going to waver, because if you can't perform at this level, we'll get somebody who can.
Yeah, I mean, they just have a protocol. Everything just goes a certain way, and they flow with it. But now they're pretty cool. Bo's pretty cool that hires me. Tater and Caleb Sanderson got me that deal the first time, and I just got to go to Tampa about a month ago and work at UTV there, and they, yeah, man, it's you feel a little out of place, just because it's not that you're not important, but
You're easily
at those
replaceable.
At those deals, you're not the main guy. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, you could ride the biggest, prettiest horse and
Rope
Just
like
go-
shit, and they
just go
probably
sit in
go,
the
hey,
corner.
hey.
yeah, just go sit in the corner, man. Make sure they get out of the pen. But man, to sit right there in the front row and watch some of the talent. I mean, them guys are impressive, and the
I mean,
bull power is impressive.
Yeah. And I mean, we both got, mutual friend Weston and Luke that get to
Yeah.
haul some bulls to them deals, and they it's pretty cool to watch your friends be there too.
Man, you get in the back right there, and you're with all their rigs, and you get to see some of them bulls that, I mean, they're the top bulls in the world, and they're just right standing in front of you.
Yeah.
And
Man eater. I mean, all of them.
but they handle them the same as we handle everything around here.
Uh,
They don't treat them any different.
They might even handle them like a little bit like I see some of them get the treatment. Like they'll take them to centers and swim them, and you'll see them like take care of them like they're finely tuned. Well, they are finely tuned athletes. You want them.
Yeah,
to
but I
feel
mean,
the
they
best.
load them like your common bulls. I mean, they don't act like, oh my gosh, this is man hater. I mean, they're like, get in there.
Yeah. Here's 6 others that you got to
Yeah.
stand in the cut with. So get in there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's
Super, super cool production. I mean, it's all well organized. I mean, put together. It's really neat.
Yeah. I don't doubt it one bit. I don't doubt
Makes
it.
you nervous, but but hey, it's another deal. I mean, I kind of told myself. So I was headed to Tampa that day on Friday, and I was driving along, and Kayla's like, "What's wrong?" And I was being real quiet. I was like, nothing. And she's like, "Come on, what's wrong?" And I was like, I just nervous, but at the same time, I was telling myself like, I'm supposed to be here. That's why I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm on the way to something I'm supposed to be at. That's why I'm going to it, and it's just pretty cool. I mean,
and
when
it's
you start
hard to
looking at
believe
life-
that you're supposed to be there. Sometimes I know it's got to be because I know it's got to feel like that way sometimes.
Well, I
that
mean,
you're like,
you go to some, and I mean, I work for some really good people around here. A lot of amateur stuff, a lot of bull ridings. I mean, really good people, and when you feel like you're just going to stuff on the weekends, it's one thing, and then you go to something like that, but you work hard. You go home, you rope your dummy, you ride your horses at work, or you take them up to the arena or do something with them, and when you're headed to something like that, and you're like, "Why am I going?" You're like, "Wait a minute, I should go. Like, I should be here."
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
what I've
I've-
worked for. It's what I've
Yeah.
I've tried to be good at, and so it's it's pretty cool.
absolutely.
We're all blessed.
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. 100%. I couldn't agree with more. And it's pretty cool to be like, what did you tell me last year you worked? How many deals? How many purse? And you never left the state of Florida. Like,
gone.
that was pretty cool, too, to hear that. For you
Shouldn't
to
ask
tell
me
me.
that. I can't remember how many purse it was, but I was gone. I worked 39 weekends last year,
Yeah.
and the only time I went north of I-10 was
To Jakin, baby.
to Jakin.
Back
to Jakin.
Jakin, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I never went
Jakin
north of
Ranch
I-10.
Rodeo. Yeah. Never left north of I-10, worked 39 weekends and stay in the bottom.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
People don't realize that there's that much here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people think of South Florida, they think of Disney World. They think of Disney World, Daytona Beach, Miami, and Tampa. They don't know nothing about what's all in between all of those.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's been pretty cool for me in the last couple of years coming down here a bunch. Like, I got 2 performances usually at Wauchula, one in November, one in February. Usually in November we get to work together there.
Yeah.
And then anything Weston calls me about, like the high school deal, if he called me, and then I went to Swamp Cabbage one time. That was cool. That was a once in a lifetime thing. Like the Swamp Cabbage, like I don't fit as their announcer just because there's a guy down there, and I mean, you know him, we all know him. Good morning, Snapchatters. I mean, it's the Myron Albritton. He belongs there. I mean, he does. I mean, anybody that knows anything about South Florida Ranch Rodeo, and Myron Albritton is the best rodeo announcer you want, because the farther he gets off in that bottle, the better he's fixing to be.
Yeah, and he knows everybody.
Yeah, I mean, when we went to the Sherm deal, I like how he just told some old boy, hey, you just throw that old shitter loop out there. Like, I'm like, God dang. Yeah. If I said that, well, I mean, I didn't say that, but I dang sure told some old boy that his bronc would have been cousins to Secretariat, and I don't think Keith really liked that too much.
No, probably not. No.
But Keith's still my buddy. He still talks to me, so I ain't too terribly mad about that. So, but call a spade sometimes. But the bell was cool, and then I've been to Wauchula twice or a bunch of times, and then we've been all over, just rodeoing.
Yeah.
Did that deal at Kenansville that time. What was that? That was a ranch rodeo too.
Yeah, that was a ranch rodeo.
Yeah, we had a blast there. That was when Ralphie drove the car home, and I thought he was going to tear it all up. But we won't talk about that. Poor old Ralphie. He ain't even here with us. I wish Ralphie would come with us sometimes again, but he don't like us no more. Poor.
But no, it's been good down here, especially for where we're at. I get to work a lot of the EBAs.
Oh yeah. Their finals is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully I get to go.
Yeah.
I like to go to that.
Yeah.
No, that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
I like what they've done.
Yeah.
A lot of great guys, a lot of good people that put them on. I mean, that's been cool.
Me and Kayla worked on. She secretaried, and then I announced. That was Wauchula Friday night, and it was good. I mean, them EBA, they have made it easy, like, you know, and it makes it easy to get the guys, like, because they're coming. I mean, they're coming. We had 26 guys, and I think we had maybe one turnout. I don't think we had, but maybe one turnout. And then as soon as we had the one turnout, like, there was a guy coming with somebody else to get on. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like guys are, like, avidly seeking out those EBAs, and it's cool to see that.
Yeah, so they had so much money at the finals and stuff, and they kind of can't help but show up, you know?
Yeah.
They, I mean, the bull ridings are pretty good, and then
they just got the saddle bronc riding. I seen, like, you know, I seen Sutton's name right there, so that's nice to see him support something that's close to him. Even though I know he's trying to pro rodeo and stuff like that, but it's nice to see him support something. But I think that is nice that they got, you know, saddle bronc riding. Because, I mean, the ranch bronc riding is cool and all, but that's adult mutton busting. That's adult mutton busting, bud.
There ain't much better than a good bronc ride. I don't know, a good bull ride is hanging close, but a good bronc ride,
good bronc ride, not a ranch bronc ride. You know what I mean? You like to see turn them toes out and stretch them legs out there and rock. You know what I mean? Joe Farron told us one time that it was, when you're doing it right, it's like sitting in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
He said
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't either.
I've seen a lot of them pretty close, but
a bronc ride, to me, it goes a good bronc ride, and I'm gonna be controversial here. I'm gonna say a good bareback ride and then a good bull ride. I like to watch that bareback riding. When you see somebody with as fast a feet as Rocker Steiner reach out there, you know, Tim O'Connell, you know, you reach out there and see Casey Fields. You reach out there and see those guys really put on a clinic. I tell you what, that's something worth watching right there. You know, and then I got the privilege of watching a guy later in his career that I thought could really turn it on too, and that was Hunter.
Yeah.
You know, Hunter Carter could. He's got the long legs, and I mean, like, he could reach out there and stab one as far as the bears go. But where he shined to me was I ain't never seen nobody want to spur a bull harder than that son of a buck right there.
He'd do it.
Yeah, he would.
He'd do
it. There ain't nobody I seen that would just absolutely just give it to one and never quit him. Like, never quit giving it to him every jump than him. Like, he's going to give it to him. Hey,
I wish he'd still get on.
Oh, I don't think.
This might bring him out. This might crack him out. No,
the other day he said, "How much is added at Wachula?" I said, $2,500. He said, "What day we leaving?" I said, "I'm gonna leave Wednesday." He's like, "Well, I'm not going. I'm not going away from the house that long.
Too many colts to ride."
Yeah, too many colts to ride. You know, he's big timer.
You know, the bareback riding though, like, so when I was a kid, I'd skip it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. I don't know why. I enjoy it now. And then when I first started picking
you've
up,
got
the bareback riding scared the mess out of me. I mean, there's just so many things that could go wrong. I mean, I was pretty green
I
in
think
a guy's.
them guys, like, unless you're picking up at the practice pen or, you know, for young kids, like at the high school rodeos or something, you know, them guys, like at the pro rodeo, I was watching them. They know their business. Like, they know where they're in a good spot, where they're in a bad spot, and they're not gonna compromise you compromising them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna pick their spots right.
Yep.
Because I think they need you just as much as you need them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was picking up at a high school rodeo, and I was nervous, and we had a few bareback riders. Well, for one, when I was pretty green, I seen a guy get his horse wheeled around out of there, kind of took a rear, and he hung his arm in the bucking chute and broke his arm. And
that's nice.
What's that?
I said, that's nice.
Yeah, it was not good.
It's not
scared
good.
the crap out of me. Then I went to a few more a couple years later, and I was sitting there nervous, and Aaron Hudson's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Man, I'm just nervous." And he's like, "Never forget that they signed up for this.
Yeah.
You didn't."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but man, if something goes wrong, I want to be, the best I can be and do the best job I can." And he's like, "Yeah, but they knew what they were putting their hand in doing. I mean, that was kind of part of the deal, so."
Everybody that plays this game knows
whether
what event, it don't matter if you're in the team roping, in the heeling that there's a chance you get your thumb wrapped up right there and you cut your thumb off.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bareback riding still,
it's the most
some
dangerous.
People love it, but man, it still makes me nervous. I mean, them guys are, we got to a guy last night, and this horse was still bucking pretty hard, and he just wasn't in a good spot to get the flank yet, and he was like, "I need some relief," and we're like, you
can't give you none yet.
I mean, I will as soon as I can, but right now, I mean, it's just not a good place. And yeah, I mean, they getting their arms snatched on and everything. I mean, but hey, like I said, they signed up for it.
Yeah, and talking about you wanting to be the best that you can be. Last year, you got the opportunity to pick up with probably one of the best in this business and in this industry.
Oh yeah.
Too tall.
Yes,
the
sir.
one and only.
Yes, sir.
He got to go to NFR last year as an alternate and ended up picking up a bunch out there because of Matt Twitchell breaking his foot. Right,
Yep.
it was a foot. And what was that like, getting to pick up with a guy that high caliber? Were you nervous, or did you feel like you needed to maybe take a step back and maybe watch him more, or do you feel like, hey, I'm Jakin Anuez, he's too tall, and I'm gonna respect him for who he is, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do my job?
So the hardest thing down here is kind of seeing where you're at with the world. There's a lot of handy guys down here. Don't get me wrong, a lot of good guys. But we all kind of just feed off each other. Nobody knows who's the best, or what. Who's doing right and who's doing wrong.
I mean, you can say that from your perspective, but I've heard too many guys say, "I'm not even going if Jake ain't going." I've heard that before. I've heard people say that before, that they wasn't even gonna get on unless Jake was there.
Yeah, but so whenever he came, I was kind of like, man, this is gonna tell me where I'm at. I mean, obviously he's one of the best. Don't get me wrong, he is the best. But it was like, this is gonna put me in a spot where I'm gonna either fit in, and obviously I'm not as good as him, but I know I can keep up with it, and I'm heading in the right direction, or I suck. And so when he came, I mean, it was very intimidating, very, very, very intimidating. But it was a little quiet at first, and him and I kind of got to chatting on the side, and we ate in the hospitality room every day. Him and Kim.
By the way, the hospitality room at Spurs is the second best hospitality room I've ever been to.
What's the first?
And it shouldn't be the reason why it is, but Baker, Florida, one time was giving away free Pendleton whiskey drinks.
Oh my gosh!
And that was fun. But as far as like real deal, like
actual food,
this is the best hospitality room I've ever been to. That beef, whatever we had the first day, the beef stuff, that was like phenomenal. I ain't never had nothing like that. And then what was tonight? The Italian food.
Yeah, Chimento's, local place. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think
it was so good.
Yeah.
The meatballs. The meatballs.
The meatballs, they make them. One of them women does.
Oh my God, they were so good. But anyway, back to Too Tall. So you kind of used Too Tall last year as like a measuring stick to see where you stack up.
Absolutely, yeah.
So after that weekend, how did you feel?
I can't rope. That guy can backhand, hula hand, whatever you want to call it. Man, he is dangerous. He's wicked.
Yeah. I seen you. He used them black fastback ropes last year. Now Jake's on them.
Well, hold on. Now, I didn't order them. They sent them to me. They called me and asked me if I'd take them, and I told them yeah, but no. Yeah. But no, it's impressive to see somebody that's always in the right place at the right time, and it's just like the most nonchalant. He doesn't try. Because he doesn't have to. He's just a natural.
Well, I mean, how many weekends, you think out of 52 weekends, if you had to guess, how many weekends he's gone?
Probably 49.
No. I mean,
he goes quite a bit.
Yeah, I would say definitely not New Year's, definitely not Christmas. There's two weekends. There's that leaves you 50. I would say he goes to 42 to 45. That's what would be my good guess right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he picks and chooses where he goes.
Well, he's got to that point now where he can pick and choose where he goes. I know he goes to them Little Britches rodeos with his youngins a bunch because I've got some friends that rodeo in the same Little Britches circuit that he's in, and so he goes, and I think that's pretty cool. He goes and picks all those up for nothing.
Yeah,
like he takes his colts and he just goes and picks those up for them kids. Yeah. And I think that's remarkable. Giving back to the next generation, and it's so. I mean, I know these kids don't understand it. But if you and I were crawling down on a bucking horse, going to shove our hand in a rigging, and you looked out there and saw Too Tall, wouldn't you? I would feel better about my situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it's kind of nice to know that Too Tall's there for him. You know?
Yeah. No, he's pretty cool to be around. Him and Kinley, my daughter, they kind of had a little deal going on every day. They were talking smack to each other and stuff at hospitality room, but it's crazy to see somebody that talented come down here and somebody so small as me, just trying to be somebody. And shoot, he gave me the time of day every day, all day.
And that's so cool to see because, we build these people up. You see them guys on TV and I think the Cowboy Channel has amplified that of build up, and the celebrity status of these guys. And we see them week in and week out, and they're the nicest guys in the world.
Same thing I said, like the PBR. I mean, all them guys pulling gates you see on TV, they're like us.
Yeah.
I mean, they
like to drink a few
They were
beers.
tearing the back pins down when I was leading my horses out. Yeah. I mean, they're just like us.
Yeah, they got tote panels.
They still got it. They're working.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool right there to see that. Because I went to Columbus the other day to the pro rodeo there, saw my friend Jesse Knutson and hung out up there. And I mean, I never would have figured, like, we saw him here, T. Parker. We sat around and talked to T. Parker for 45 minutes in the parking lot. I was just parked close to him. And I never would have figured that guy would be as just a nice and as cool to talk to fella as he is. You know what I mean? Like, he was just, hey, you know what I mean? You think you see him at the back number ceremony and he's got all his jewelry on and you think, man, this guy's kind of out there, in that sense. But
yeah, he's young and shoot, he talks to all these boys around here.
Yeah,
he could be a little stuck up, some gun, and
I seen him. He took every photo, signed every piece
Yeah.
of merchandise that anybody out at the parking lot brought out there. And I mean, everybody's that way. Everybody's that way. Ernie, Clayton, I mean, everybody seems to be that way. I had met one guy at the pro rodeo level or the PBR level that I thought, man, this guy's a dick.
Yeah.
This guy's a dick. I'm not saying that they're not out there, because they probably are. But
Yeah, I think it's kind of like in life. I mean, when you work hard at something and you get good at it, you know, I mean, it's more rewarding to have people appreciate it, and you feel like you can give back to it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So I think like for Clayton and them guys, it's so rewarding to be talented, but also be able to talk to a little kid that wants to talk to them,
yeah.
you know, and be admired, but they want to help them. Like they want to, you know, hey man, let me sign your hat. Let me,
Yeah.
you know, it feels good. It's not just, you know.
Have you had anybody ask you for your autograph yet? The pickup man?
No. You're not going to want to wash that baby.
Better save that, because that's the only one that's getting signed today. Not by choice. Not by choice.
Yeah, no, I think I've gotten a hat or two, but I was not first string. I mean, I was maybe trying to find a place on the hat. That's okay, though.
That's funny. Nobody. There's a, you know, them bull riders and contestants, they get all the love, but all the people who work on the backside of it, they don't never get it. But it comes in a different way. I feel like you said earlier, we was talking about, you know, you're picking up and you were like, well, my horse was here and my horse was there, and you were showing me where, you know, you thought you were out of place, but to the naked eye, you can't. I can't. I mean, I can see it. When you point it out to me, I can see it, and then I can see it from there on out. But to the naked eye, them people sitting in the stands, they don't know.
No, they don't.
But they know when it goes bad. They don't know when it goes good, but they know when it goes bad, because when it's going bad, it's going bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd probably pick it apart, though, but I just try to be good.
Well,
so.
I do the same thing. Like me and you were talking about my announcing from last night. I do the same thing. I pick myself apart, like, you know.
For sure. That's how you get better, though.
Yeah, I feel like if you can't be hard on yourself, how can you get any better? Like, because I try to be the hardest critic there is to myself.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can pick out your mistakes on your own, I mean, it's kind of like, if you know you're doing them, you know, or you knew it happened and why it happened, I mean, that's a pretty good step in getting better.
Absolutely. So did you ever go to a school or anything, or did you just kind of learn from the practice pens and the ranch rodeos and stuff like that?
So I look at a bucking horse, it's kind of like driving cows. I mean, what's a horse do?
Of that.
Well, I mean, what's a horse do when you get in his face? Well, I mean, what does a horse do? They set back. I mean, so if you ride too high, they check down. If you back at their hip, they go faster. I mean, so it's just kind of, you know, you read them, I mean, and you kind of watch their leads, but their leads kind of naturally, you can just feel them because the way the horse is traveling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never went to school. I'd love to. But I just
really you'd go to one now, even after like you've picked up all.
There's always room to learn.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like I just didn't know if like it would be like you think that it'd be something that you want to do would be go to.
Well, I think it'd be a selective school. Like I wouldn't just go to any of them. Yeah, I mean there's some great guys. I mean like King puts on a school every year. I'd probably go to that. You know, I just hadn't had time to go. And I've worked with him, you know, but he's just a really good pickup man. But
absolutely.
But it's like day working or, like I said, driving cows. I mean, he's went and worked with people and he's studied the way they do it, and he nitpicks and makes himself out of that. That's how I feel with it, you know. I mean, there's things that I like certain people, you know, that certain people do, and there's things that I don't like that certain people do, and I just try to find my way, you know.
Yeah.
And so I mean there's always room to improve, and there's some stuff that I, you know, want to get better at, and I might have to go to school to get better, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just to be told a different way, you know, I could be missing something, you know, but I also think, I mean, I'm not too ignorant to the fact that I can get better, You know,
No.
I mean, I'm willing to go.
Yeah.
You know, go learn. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I mean, especially when you're bumping stirrups with Too Tall out there. I mean, if he says ride up, probably ought to ride up. I mean,
you probably should have been rode up.
Yeah,
You should have already been
yeah.
there. He shouldn't have never had to say it almost.
So,
Kind of
I
like
mean,
one
if
of those
he says
type
something,
things.
I mean, it. You know.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Definitely a Too Tall clinic would be.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
yeah. Who else? If you had to just name a few of them, who would you? Matt Twitchell? Would you?
Absolutely, that guy rides
Pender?
some nice horses. I mean, I don't know all them guys, but
yeah.
I mean, you just watch them on TV and stuff, and I admire their horsemanship and the way they handle themselves and the smoothness they handle them broncs. I mean, they flow to them, they don't run to them. They, you know, that kind of stuff. Like I said,
That's the only downfall I feel like of the Cowboy Channel is because they do have that broadcast kind of style television, and when you're on the app though, and I think you watch it on the app a bunch too, you can watch the arena feed where it never cuts out, it never goes to the replay or nothing like that, and then you can really see you can see what we think of when we think of rodeo is you can see the actual work. You can see the pickup man going to work, the barrel man, everybody in place to actually go to work, and that's what I like about the app versus the TV itself, because you don't get to see them pickup men go to work like you should. And I mean, but I know that doesn't make good TV, but to us, that's a big part. That's a big part of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you can watch stuff like that and kind of pick yourself apart, it's probably not good to always do it, you know, but. Like I said, that helps improve. I mean, first step, knowing you have a problem is admitting it. So
yeah,
it's kind of if you can see, hey man, I did this, or when you get done, you kind of know you did that. It helps. That's why I watch. I mean, I've seen the ride. I just want to know what I did.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to watch it back. Well, Bud, I think this is the coolest location I've done a Tbone Worldwide show yet.
Yeah, my daughter was just braiding my horse's tail. She's still up. She finally shut it down a minute ago.
Yeah, it's exactly 2 o'clock in the morning.
Bull crap, this computer says 6:40 a.m.
Well, that computer's wrong. It is 1:51 in the morning. And we are in the horse barn fixing to wrap up this episode of the Tbone Worldwide show.
Yeah.
This is the first one back. Like I've took a little kind of hiatus and hadn't been doing it right. And it's the first one back.
You tried me last year, but man, I was tired. I'm tired right now.
I know.
I'm kind of shutting down on you.
Me too.
I'm over here doing my best. I'm yawning, pulling the mic away.
Dude, I don't blame you 100%, but I knew that if we didn't do it, we was going to regret it like we did last year. Because we talked on the telephone and said, man, we should have done it. We should have done it. But we finally done it.
Yeah, no, man, I can't believe it's already been an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it goes by fast. Like, it doesn't take very long.
We only talked about picking up.
Shoot, that's all right.
We got a couple hog hunting stories we could bring up sometime.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back down south for sure, and the hog hunting stories will grow.
Yeah.
That's my deal right there. I like to go hog hunting. Almost killed the dog.
Yeah.
Thank God he made it. But anyway, bud, anything else you got to say out there to the people?
No, I mean, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I just appreciate everything, and this has been an episode of the Tbone Worldwide show, folks. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday from now on. Be back going every Wednesday. Gonna have some new people on. Gonna do some new things and some cool things, and we look forward to having Jake back on the podcast.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again, man. We'll talk about the Deseret next time or something.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do it at the Deseret, live from the Deseret.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what we want to be doing. But anyway, this has been another episode of the Tbone Worldwide show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tucker Sygrist. And remember, Tbone Worldwide Enterprises is professional rodeo announcing services. We deliver on time at the right time every time except for that one time. And if I don't see you again or hear from you, make sure you know, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and God bless.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home.